Hello, I'm still presenting my Unix lab experiment number 6. The experiment is to write shell scripts using functions and arrays. The first question is to write a program to show banking system. So, go to program. So here I've initialized a variable final val as 1000 rupees. So our first function here is withdraw, and amount 1 is equal to $1. This statement is used to get the input parameters, that is, here when we call the functions passing the value of a. So this value is stored in 1, and to get that we use amount is equal to $1. So this value of a is stored in amount here. So to withdraw a certain amount, the final balance will be equal to the current value balance minus the amount to be withdrawn. So we get the withdraw function. For the deposit function, we add the amount to be deposited to the final balance, and display here displays the current balance as the final balance. So using a use case, I have given a menu for withdrawing, depositing, and displaying the balance. For case 1, that is withdraw, we take the input value, like input amount of money that is to be withdrawn, and we call the function withdraw and pass the value of a as a parameter. Same for the second case and third case. So that's all about the program. I'll run it. So suppose if I want to withdraw money, withdraw say 600. So the balance initially was 1000. So now the balance is 400. Now if I want to deposit money, it's 5000. So the total balance is 4500. To display the balance, current balance is 5400. So that's the code. Going to the next exercise is to write a shell script using arrays and functions to show a library management system. So going to the code. So here I have 4 functions. The first is to add a book. To add book, I have enter the book name, book ID, publisher name, author name, and I store it in the array called name will be stored in the array b name, author in the array b author, etc. so on and so forth, and b avail value for each of them will be y initially to show that the book is available. For each iteration I will be incremented, so the arrays will be filled accordingly. To display the book, we run a loop, and using the loop we print the ID, name, author, and other information of all the books. Next function is to search for a book. So you will initialize flag as 0, and we enter the book ID that is to be searched, and then using the loop we start a for loop and check whether the given book ID exists in our array of IDs, and if it exists then we print book is found and print the corresponding name, author, publisher for the corresponding book ID, and we put flag as 1. So if flag is 0 then the book is not there, book is not found will be printed. To lend a book, flag is initialized to 0 first, then we enter the book ID, take the book ID and check for a match. If we find a match then the book is available. Find a match, and if the b avail value is equal to y, so then the user can lend the book, and the value of b avail is set to n. Flag is initialized to 1, else book not available is printed, and if flag is still 0 then the book is not found. While returning a book, we initialize bkavn variable as n and check for the book ID, and if the book ID exists in the array of IDs then we check if the b avail is equal to n. If it's not then the book is already returned. If it is n then we print thank you for returning, and yes, the book is returned. So that's all using a case use case, we've created a menu. So I'll run the program now. So here we'll add a book. So hello, book ID 723, the publishers. Now if we want to search for the book, enter the book ID. So it says book found and the details are printed. To lend that particular book, I write the book ID and I lend the book. Okay, so now if I try to lend the book again and enter the ID, it says book not found because it's already been issued. So now to return the book, I give the ID and the book is returned. So that's the code. Thank you for watching.